Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a two-part, well, not a two-part. I don't want to confuse you that you think there's two videos, but this video has two themes to it. The first one is announcing challenge number 4 for the marketplace. I know you all have been waiting for that. So all of the details, like the guidelines, are available over on my Facebook group, Nevermore Creations, Junk Journals and Friends, under the announcement sections. So that goes into depth. So that should help you out if you have any questions, or you can just message me from there if the guidelines didn't make sense. So these are the digitals though. And I have direct links to these over on my Facebook group, or if you have the Ultimate Lifetime Collection, all of these are in it. You need to choose at least 3 of these 5 digitals: Golden Hour, Wilhelmina, Typewritten Beauty, Passwords, and Dear to My Heart. So it's kind of a floral and time. Golden Hour has clock pieces and watches, and there's a lot of words. Past words, so you have vintage words. Typewritten Beauty has typewriter keys. So kind of get that idea. It's like a floral, you could go vintage if you wanted to, or enough of the colors are bright. I'm going to show you Wilhelmina in just a second, so you could go more modern if you wanted to. So this journal, it's not an example journal because it does not have all of the digitals. I made this before I decided on the digitals, but it does have Wilhelmina in it, and that's one of my newer kits, and so it does have a bunch of Wilhelmina in it so that you could kind of get a little idea maybe of the direction. So this journal is called Another Day. These are labels from Wilhelmina, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. So it's just an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock in the middle. It was a misprint. It printed terribly. I couldn't use it or sell it. So I covered both sides, so it's nice and sturdy. We have wallpaper and scrapbook paper on the front and the back. There's rose trim here on the side, and this is actually cut out of a vintage, I think it's a 1960s rose book. So it's stitched around the edges. These belly bands, there's 3 of them. I think I only put 1 in this journal, but there's 3 of them in Wilhelmina. So that is there, and then some hand-dyed paper. And so this is Wilhelmina. I wish I had printed out all of the digitals for this. I'm trying to slow down slightly on my printing because I think I printed well over 1,000 pages last month. And while that is amazing, I need to put the brakes on just a little bit for my budget's sake. But I wanted you to get an idea, because Wilhelmina is kind of what I'm basing the challenge off of. It doesn't mean you have to purchase Wilhelmina. If you want Typewritten Beauty, Passwords, and Dear to My Heart, that's fine. But this was my main thought. And just kind of the aesthetic, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So this is Wilhelmina 2. The label comes from Golden Serendipity out of Dreamy Design Collection. I have a lot of just vintage prints. But here's Wilhelmina. This journal is also available for purchase under Lindsay's Handmade if you're interested. This is from that same 1960s rose book. This is a Wilhelmina page. This is a Wilhelmina tag. You can kind of see the size. I've embellished it, but this is from Wisteria and Roses. So if you wanted to add maybe a different paper pack in with those 3, that's a good one. This is Wilhelmina. So you just kind of get the idea. They're still bright enough that, this is Wilhelmina too, that you could go more modern, or you could pull out the more vintage tones and kind of grunge it up and make it super, super vintage, and that would be your prerogative. So I'm not trying to do a rose themed challenge. Roses do happen to be my favorite flower. Here's another Wilhelmina page, but I'm trying to do floral. And then I'd like to have a time theme to it, but only Golden Hour, I think, has time pieces, so it's not a requirement. Here's Wilhelmina again. This is Wisteria and Roses, and then you'll see the other side. Here is a cut apart and a journal card from Wilhelmina. There's just some vintage prints, and then you'll see the other side of the pages. So hopefully that gives you just an idea to spark your creativity for this next challenge. And like I said, all the details are available over on my Facebook group. Make sure you review them. Here's a note paper from Wilhelmina. And you do not have to do the challenge. You can do any themes you want. Challenge journals, limit of 2 per artist, get a 10% extra commission. So all the same rules pretty much apply. The only rule that I've changed is the blank page rule. And instead of saying no blank white pages, I now say limited blank white pages. I've gotten a lot of feedback that people like blank white pages, some of them, for decorating themselves. And I do understand that. The reason I made the rule was not to be mean, but I was getting some journals, sometimes stacks of journals that were just printed, like one-sided printed on copy paper or presentation paper, and there was just not half the journal, but maybe a third of the journal was just blank white pages because nothing had been done to the other side, because the journals were put together very quickly. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I can only process so many journals through the shop, and I was having trouble selling those or selling them at a good price point. So that is why I made that decision, no blank white pages. But I'm going to give a little bit of leniency there. So a few blank white pages that are meant to be left there, that you've made that decision that this needs to be a blank white page, is totally fine. All right, let's get into the marketplace videos or the marketplace journals today. These are from Kelly Dickinson. And if you're interested in becoming an artist and selling your work here on my channel, then I hope that you will send me an email or a Facebook message. All my info is in the description box below. So this one's really cute. It is tea themed, and it is called The Writer's Tea Journal. She's used Tea Time from Nostalgia Graphic Land. And I think the digitals in this are absolutely beautiful. And paired with these beautiful writing pages. So you have a lot of space to actually write your thoughts out. It's nice to have that incorporated so beautifully into here. Whoop. Some gorgeous journal cards. Really pretty, beautiful spots to journal on. Even, I think this is a little booklet. So you have beautiful things to look at with your eyes, as well as beautiful pages to write on. Very pretty. And it's all tea themed, which is lovely. That's a beautiful journal card there. And then this is like a little flip book. You could put pictures on or write on. So there is that. And then this is an Easter journal. So I'm filming this in June, but it's still a wonderful time to purchase an Easter journal and set it aside for May or April of next year. It would be an adorable planner. So she has used Christy Art Design, Lulu Design Art, Leanna Scrap for her digitals, and as well as some, it appears, actually vintage postcards throughout here. So it is very sweet, Easter themed. There's bunnies and chicks and eggs. Look at how cute this is. It would be so much fun to use next spring, or perhaps even give as a gift. Get the little, like, oh, so cute. You can write under it. Nice little flip. Very, very pretty. Look at how sweet that is. There's tags at the top. Vintage postcards. Gorgeous. We have a pouch here with a journal. This is the closure. I've already filmed this video, and then my phone just decided to delete it. I had space and everything, but it just deleted it. So we're on round 2 here. So this one, I think this might be my favorite. I love what she did here with the embroidery, the cute little tassel, the little faux stamps. It says journal. But she found a shop that I was not familiar with. Oh, where's the paper? Well, There was a paper here that named the shop, and did it fall out? Oh, please don't say no. Maybe we'll come across it as we flip through. But these are beautiful, beautiful little embroidery digitals. Look at how gorgeous those are. From a shop. I told myself I would not forget the name of the shop, and I promptly forgot it. There's a lot going on here today. I'm preparing for a pizza and pool party for some friends to come over and swim with us tonight, and got a lot to do to get that ready. And so obviously my brain is thinking that's the most important thing today. Not remembering. I love these. So pretty. Look at the little baker's twine there. It's very strange that paper just disappeared. Okay. Maybe I'll find it. Anyway, so that comes in this little pouch right there. And it snaps closed. And this pouch too has this beautiful trim. And this is a tea-themed one as well. Look at this. Similar to the other one, but it has its own feel. Look at the stenciling. Love it. Isn't that pretty? There's little tea postcards from my Vintage Image Club. This is from Yellow Roses. And then she's used a tea digital from Calico Collage as well. So pretty. Some vintage stationery and ledger. I love the washi tape on the edge of that page there. Decoupaged page, little envelope. It's just so beautifully put together. Gorgeous pages. I love the pinks and the yellows. Elegant Tea. That's the name of this journal. And she's used, yeah, I've mentioned all of these digitals here. And I love these. 4 Steps in Tea Culture. It's a little history about tea, and it talks about the tea at the bottom of the cards. I think they're from a vintage book. So beautiful. The next journal that she's made is a vintage bicycle journal. And it is called Ride With Me. She used my digital, Ride With Me, as well as some other, I think Mrs. Coggs, a few others. I love this tassel. So beautiful. It says just keep riding on the back. Yes, so here's the digital she used. I'll put that up here so you can take a peek. I love what she did here. It has a really nice vintage feel to it, but it's fun. Some beautiful florals in here as well. Lots of places to write. Gorgeous old prints. I love the little playing cards with bicycles on them. Just lovely. So that is that one. And then her final one is a millinery journal, or see if I can get this back on. I don't want to unknot it. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Get this one. So vintage hats. And here's the digitals she used. I love the collaging that she did with them. These beautiful, beautiful illustrations. And they're just lovely. This second signature is a little loose, but it is really high quality thread. Look at the old handwriting. So it's not going anywhere. Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous collaging. So many places to write. Really nice. Beautiful papers. So that is our little addition to the shop today. I hope you enjoy it. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and check out all my links below. You can find lots of information about what I offer down below. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you back here next week.